Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of May. I take my lesson from the New Testament reading for today, Paul's letter to the church in Colossae, which is also to be shared with the church in Laodicea, about 11 miles, 20 odd kilometers away. And it's chapter 1, verses 24 through to chapter 2, verse 7. And well worth reading. But it reminded me of those early days, for those of us who are that old, to think back to when Makro, that wholesale supermarket, first opened. And to get into Makro, one needed a Makro card. And boy, did that stir up excitement. If you had a Makro card, you were suddenly very popular. And people would invite you to go shopping so that you could use your Makro card for them. And then they would say, well, could we just simply borrow your Makro card and go shopping? It was something of a bun fight to get and own and possess a Makro card. And if you managed to grab the one from work and bring it home, the whole weekend and half the neighborhood, this is an exaggeration, of course, but half the neighborhood would join you to go shopping at Makro. I'm not sure Makro was really much cheaper. It was just really a good marketing ploy, and hey, it worked because of the sense of exclusivity in owning the Makro card. Obviously, things have changed. You can walk into Makro now and they don't even ask to look at your card. And if you go to the till and you don't have a card, they will take you to the front desk and they literally give you a card straight away. No more is it exclusive, but people still like to shop at Makro. And I share the story of the exclusivity of the Makro card and how everyone clambered and scrambled to get hold of a card, and you were seen as being quite important if you had a card, is because Paul, in his letter to the Colossians, references the what we might simply refer to as the mystery religions. Those religions, Gnosticism being an example, where secret knowledge, secretly given to a few. We think of various religious groups around today where their existence is because of a secret message given to their founder, and no one can find that original message or the original tablets or stones or recordings or whatever, because they were either eaten or lost or purposefully hidden. It's a secret religion, and it somehow intrigues us, and we all want to become part of this secret organization. I suppose you see that in young kids. They want to join a gang, and they don't tell anyone that they're a member of the gang, but there's secret signs and tattoos for the older folk to show that you belong to this gang or that gang, and there's great rivalry. We see it in the motorcycle clubs that exist. We see it all over, something about human nature. And on one level, it may be reasonably harmless, something of a marketing gimmick, as it was with Makro. But it can be taken to the extreme and become something cultic, not necessarily occultic, but cultic, where to be a member of that cult. And of course, once you're a member of that cult or that gang or that secret club, you can't simply leave, or they make it very difficult for you to leave. You're seen to be something of a traitor, and people clamber to become members of these secret groups. The same is true in the religious world, and this is what Paul is addressing. If you read his comments, it looks fairly benign. He talks about the special knowledge that we will have as Christians. He speaks about the secrets of God being laid bare and made known to people. He speaks about the knowledge that will be shared with all people, the openness and transparency for membership of this burgeoning new Christian church, or the way as it was originally referred to. But those words are all key words because they point to the mystery religions, which spoke about the secret knowledge that certain people have, the mysteries that would be solved and revealed to certain select people. And if you strived hard enough, they might reveal those secrets to you too. And this knowledge that was only limited to a few. And so Paul is saying really that the mystery of Christ is available for all. It's made known, it's open, it's transparent. The incredible knowledge and the secrets of the kingdom will be made known to everybody and anybody. So Paul is using the terminology, these key words of the secret mystery religions, but pointing to Christ and God, that Christ reveals exactly who God is. And the more you get to know Christ, the more you will know God. There's no secrets. Nothing is hidden and only revealed to a special few. The Bible is open and transparent to all. You might need some training to help interpret it, but the Bible is easily available. You can walk into bookshops and buy it. You can look at it online. Nothing is hidden and kept secret. And so when Paul writes, we pick up on these key words, and you see how Paul changes the understanding to show that these secret religions and mystery religions really are nothing of any substance. Although they attract a lot of people, they have no substance. It is Christ and the Christian church that is the real church, where all the knowledge is contained and openly revealed to all who ask and who join. An eternal salvation available to everyone, not a select few who happen to have the right lineage or the right knowledge or the right secrets or the right formulas or the right whatever. It's open to anyone. And a bit of a shock in those days is that Paul said it's even open to the Gentiles, because the Jews thought that God was only for them and everyone else was excluded. So part of the understanding of the new church. So folks, if you belong to a church where there's great secrecy and only certain people are permitted certain levels of knowledge, and you cannot attain to anything until you pay lots of money or learn little rituals or something, then beware, because this is really just a kind of, and I'm going to invent this word now, a macro church. It's just a marketing gimmick, and it gets you nowhere. In fact, it could get you out of the kingdom of God. So folks, have a good day. Think about your church and your relationship with God. How secret is it? Or is it open? Is it exclusive? Or is it inclusive? These are important questions to consider. God bless. We'll chat again tomorrow.